Yeah, so today we're here at the City of Wausau Public Works Department, and we're hosting a Saltwise equipment open house. So we've got staff from a lot of local Department of Public Works. So we got Mosinee, Rib Mountain, Rothschild. We even have some folks that work on the private side. I think Marshfield Clinic facility staff here as well. And so the big idea today is that we want to be talking about best practices around winter maintenance, snow and ice control. So a lot of us, at home we might have a snow shovel or maybe a snow blower and maybe a bag of sand, but at the municipal level, they've got a lot of different tools at their disposal, and we want to make sure we're using those tools as efficiently and as effectively as possible to get safe roads for everybody, but also to not overuse salt. So not everybody recognizes this. When we put salt down and it does some melting on the roads, it kind of looks like it disappears, right? But it doesn't. Salt melts snow, and then it goes wherever the snow melt goes. So we're seeing salt levels increase in our lakes and our streams, and also our drinking water. So a lot of municipal drinking water wells in the Wausau area are showing really high levels of sodium and chloride, which isn't good for human health, right? So when we use that material, we want to make sure we use it as efficiently as possible, and that's what today is all about.
Yeah, and on the other side of that too is obviously then not buying as much on the municipal side of things and being wise that way to be good stewards of the taxpayer dollars as well, right?
Yeah, so salt is pretty cheap. That's why we see a lot of it going down, but it's definitely not free. So municipalities are sometimes spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on their salt bill every year, and so by dialing that back a little bit, using that more efficiently, it saves the taxpayers immediately. And also, salt does a lot of damage. So every dollar that a municipality spends on salt, we're doing $10 to $30 of damage to our roads, our bridges, personal vehicles, etc. So again, every little bit that we save on salt is really saving everyone in the community.
And I guess what catches my attention about an event like this is you're talking about how the research and the science has changed on things like this, and this may be something that not everybody's aware of how they can save money or how they can be more efficient with all these tools like salt and sand.
Yeah, so some of the efficiencies that we've seen in recent years come from better blades that can articulate with unevenness in the pavement and so still get a really good scrape. We're seeing more municipalities and counties utilize brine sometimes as a pre-treatment before the storm, which is like putting a little oil on your skillet. You prevent the bond forming between the snow and the pavement, you get better mechanical removal. We also see people spray brine on the rock salt before it goes down. So that reduces bounce and scatter. If we spend money on salt, we want it to stay on the road, right? So keeping it on the road where we need the melting, and also that brine works faster than the rock salt does. Other tools include magnesium chloride and calcium chloride that get mixed in at those cold temps. Anything below 15 Fahrenheit is when sodium chloride doesn't work really efficiently. So we want to utilize some other tools if possible.
So where can municipalities go to get all of this information?
So there's a lot of events happening this fall all across the state, events like this and smart salting workshops. There's also great resources on the Wisconsin Saltwise website. That's wisaltwise.com. We also have a YouTube channel with monthly webinars with operators from across the state and other states too.
All right, awesome. Anything else you'd like us to know then before we let you go?
One thing that I don't know that I need to say, but you could maybe use is people don't recognize, it just takes 1 teaspoon of salt to pollute 5 gallons of water. And salt is a permanent pollutant in our water. So again, being as efficient as possible with that tool is really important.
Awesome.